what is protocol? Is there an established protocol for the great question?
I'm Francis from Spear Outfitters. I'm a project manager, and today we're talking about the Ruger American Ranch Gen 2. This is a great rifle, but not for the reasons you think. It's a great everything rifle. This rifle builds upon the legacy of the existing Ruger American series that kind of solves the question of one rifle to do everything. What we're doing today is we're kitting it out. We're going to do a little bit of shooting. We're going to have some final thoughts at the end to see what we thought about the rifle. Let's get into it. Let's talk about some of the features of the new Ruger American Gen 2. The biggest change is probably the stock. It's got some new texture, which is nice. They've also added a spacer that's removable for length of pull and a comb that helps with different sights and heights. Now, the theory here is that you can change it out if you have a different style optic. For something like we've picked today, it's perfect. Next up, let's talk about the action. Ruger's changed the Cerakote, added a little bit more protection from the elements. They've also fluted the barrel to cut weight while maintaining that rigid barrel profile. Last but not least, let's talk about new controls. In the previous generation, there was only a 2-position tank safety. There is now a 3rd position. That position locks the bolt. Position 2 allows you to unload the rifle while being safe. And then position 3 puts the gun into fire. Let's talk about optics. For the Ruger American Ranch Gen 2, we wanted something that gave us a little more versatility than just a fixed power scope. So a 1:8 Vortex Strike Eagle first focal plane was picked. The reason we went that way is because you have a lot of versatility with the magnification range, but it also has a very good reticle with the BDC out to about 600 yards. Now, 5.56 can go further, but in this case, I think 600 is more than enough for a rifle like this. So, some final thoughts. We've done a lot today. We've talked about kind of the basic idea of the firearm. We've also done a little bit of shooting. We've talked about the glass we've chosen. Let's talk about overall conclusions. When we initially started planning for the video, we were kind of framing this as a mini scout rifle. That's not really what it is, and there's a bunch of reasons why it's not. But the biggest thing is it's mostly just a general purpose rifle. The two kind of have the same thought, right? It's a lightweight, handy rifle. It's in a common chamber, which allows multiple calibers. It accepts different magazines that are commonly available. And honestly, it just kind of does everything well. All that being said, the rifle does do a lot of similar things to the most common rifle in America, the AR-15. At almost the same weight, with nearly the same capability, this rifle and that rifle can go hand in hand. Where I find it really works is for places where you don't need a semi-automatic rifle, or a place where you can't have a semi-automatic rifle. It's a ranch rifle. You can use it for any task you might need on property. It could be moved into a hunting role if you had to. It could also be used as a defensive tool if you needed it there as well. At the end of the day, I think it's a great general purpose rifle. Might only be the only rifle you need, but probably not. Thanks again for watching.